Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Washington Commanders and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. From the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. First play, going to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. He's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Well, this defense for the Jaguars much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. First down, they'll go to the ground in town. And they'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, Howell got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well-drilled, well-prepared, and excited to start this game.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Howell down to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Howell throwing on first down here. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bone their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. Go quickly and attack him because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on third down.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Second down and goal. Powell. And he's going to be dropped onto the 15-yard line. It's a big loss of 5 there on second down to bring up third and goal.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Powell, third and goal. Quick slant, Dotson. Give him 13 yards on the connection. But not enough. Fourth down.
That big gain may just change the thought process here on fourth down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on fourth down.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on fourth and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's first and 10 up at the 46. Rodgers going to throw. Completion here to Claypool. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. The Jaguars at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
coming up on a 2nd and 6. Rodgers again now. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Rodgers now to throw. And Ingram holds it in. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jags post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Now for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
This will be fielded at the 17. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them. You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Rodgers. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Here's Rodgers. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes, because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, a run with Etienne. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he will have a Jaguars first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to the ground with Etienne. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd and 8. Throwing is Rodgers. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Etienne up the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the left hash, this from 39. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. We haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Howell. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis and Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Takes it at the 7th. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw there, hauled in by Claypool. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers finds his tight end Ingram. Call it a gain of a yard, and now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And the Jaguars send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity
and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Powell throwing on third down here. Able to connect with Dotson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gain of 31 on third down.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And once more, Howell back to the air. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Third and one. Howell's going to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Commanders are back within a score. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
And some room to work. 30, 10, touchdown, Jaguars.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end. Touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Throwing again on second down. Howell going right back to Dodson. Room here to run. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 35.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Jags will take over possession here up at the 44. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll start on the ground. ETN. And some room to run now. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 108 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
On first down, right back to ETN. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 26. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
26.
Now Rodgers. Right side, Claypool's got it. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. 4th down, so Zach Taylor sends out the field goal unit. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Well, maybe that's the spark that they needed here, Charles. Trailing, but a big block. We'll see if that swings the momentum a bit.
You mentioned the word spark. I'm just wondering, as they went off the field and the offense was coming out, did one of those special teams members say, hey, obviously we haven't given up on this one. We've given you a little bit of a spark.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. Looking for Dodson, and he's got him. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 34.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end. How about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now throwing on 1st down here. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. 2nd and 10. Powell. His throw incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. It's Howe with another throw. Forced out to his left. Out left to Dotson. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now they send a man in motion right. Powell, 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down. Sacked at the 13-yard line. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal. A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Sly. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and it's taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. One play, 75 yards. And the Jaguars are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Point after here coming up. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. This is taken way up at the 25. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Powell toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A really good pickup of 28 yards. On 1st down, Howell. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Commanders take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now on 2nd and 13, Rodgers. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Now a play fake. Rodgers on the move to his left. And his throw here is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, it's Rodgers. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atoned for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Second down, Howell back to pass. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls to incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Sly able to put this one through, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Howell looking to throw again. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd down, Howell now. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Howell to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside the pocket, and it results in a sack. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Sly able to put this one through, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
A Shotgun snap and again to ETN. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there
on
on
the
first
ball
down.
to get up out of here.
But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
On second down, ETN once more. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. Giants ran it one more time. Ball comes through. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game. What year was that? 1978. I think it was in November.
We all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time.